Hi Sag, this is your weekly horoscope for the week of February 15th to February 21st, and this is Cat Tarot. I want to thank you before I start for being a subscriber, for liking this video, and if you're not already, please do, because every week there is basically a competition among the signs, and the one that has the most subscription likes and shares and views gets actually release their weekly and monthly forecast earlier than the other signs, and also they get a little bit deeper forecast. And so you can check Aries or Virgo, who were like actually top 2 this week, and see basically how that works for the signs that kind of like was overwhelming supportive. And eventually I want to get everybody to do it, and you know, it will be really good to push you forward. I understand that Sag was going through lots of things lately, and I understand that you still, like me, you just kind of, you know, have been having issues recently. And how are you doing, Sag? Are you still feeling a little bit uprooted? Because I'm still looking at this energy, and I'm still kind of like wondering if you're doing okay. In this reading, I'm still seeing a fire energy here, which is good. You did not lose yourself, even though it looks like you're still kind of keeping yourself on the surface. So, let's dig right into it. You know, the theme of the week would be 4 of Fire. So here we see the little cat family being entertained, sort of like a family unit, and kind of like cats are really the most spiritual of all you know, little domestic cats. Are like so cozy. They actually do form their families. They actually do play among the families. People don't give them a credit, you know. So this is basically looking the beauty within and looking how they can find each other company and join it into kind of joint play. And what basically happened when this card comes reversed, this kind of little mini kitty celebration basically is still there. Only thing this time you have like additional message that, you know, you need to make sure that you bring others to your rituals. You know, in this kind of position it looks like the others are excluded, and you know, so you have to make sure that everybody is kind of included, that this is kind of like a base, because 4 is a base, kind of makes the 4 corners, so hence it's a good structure, it's a solid number. So the theme of the week is to be inclusive. Maybe you were a loner recently, maybe you lost touch with other people, maybe you did not share your toys, maybe you did not build structure. So this is a time to revisit and do it, because you know, the next step, the opportunity of the week would be 5 of Fire. So you're going from 4 of Fire from 4 to 5, which means you're going a step forward. So what do we see here? You see these kitties that are like really playful, and you know, we always watch and observe kittens playing. It's such an adorable thing. It's a stress reliever, and they're gaining new skills. But it takes just like one kind of like unfortunate motion, then the whole kind of game collapses. Let me show you what I mean. Seeing what is basically 5 of Fire in motion. You know, sometimes like good and friendly play just can go out of balance, and kind of like it doesn't end well. So just be very careful when you're doing it, that you do this with calculating risks, you know. Make sure that, you know, it is a play and it doesn't get to the point that it's kind of creating a jeopardy to anyone. Because this whole competition that goes on, and you're like a fire sign, you love competition, but keep it friendly. If there is kind of a tension, kind of like the best is to diffuse it with humor and kind of like be a good sportsman, you know. And you just have to remember, in this play you're all on the same side. So there are like 2 things to avoid. Interesting thing to avoid will be 10 of Earths. So this is a grounded energy. So I think because lately you've been going through such a kind of deep kind of like introspection, you were going through some deep issues, you have been emotional, you felt, you know, out of your element. And this is not your element either. It is really not the feature of your sign to be docile like this. It's not a feature of your sign just to lie down in your favorite box. It was enough of that. you spend lots of time in your own shell, and it is time to get out, even if that shell is like now in the company of the other people, in the comfort of your home. This is basically telling you, please do not do it. And it's telling you also, don't even conform. Don't even look for things that are similar to you, because you need to get your energy back. This is all kind of like yin energy. You need to go back into yang energy, that kind of playfulness here, the little fire. You need this like strong masculine energy, whether you're male or female, I don't care. Because what you need to embrace is this little sky kitten, or let's call it a sex kitten. But sky kitten is basically obviously playing, and it's playing with and looking up. You're finally waking up. You're not, look, all the cards are basically telling you to look up. Up. You're finally waking up from this kind of like sad situation that you were in for a couple of months. And here, what's going to say is going to say that sometimes you're going to step on, you know, here and there, some poor soul. Just make sure again that this is kind of like done without bad intention. Things happen, but your goal this week is to become playful again. So, the accompanying rune for this week is Laguz, which is a rune of water. This is basically talking about enjoying the harmony and affection of the loved ones. So, not in this way, but simply kind of like, sort of in this way, but not just like lounging around. This more or less talks about that, for example, if you don't have much going on in your life, as you pretty much had everything internalized, and you were kind of like a little, it was self-imposed isolation, I would say, that was happening to you, and you were rather you were preferring to be observer than like a participant. But this is basically saying that this is patience, and you have enormous patience if you need to have it. But this is telling you that actually you don't have to do anything special, that you don't have to do anything to change circumstances. This is just telling you, okay, wake up, go and explore something. But this is telling you, you know what, this Laguz rune promises that circumstances change around you. Why? You know, the water kind of goes everywhere, right? So you cannot direct water because it's such a big force. So like if you push water, that water will kind of go around you. So the circumstances will change around you. So it goes to show that when you put the energy is coming back. So it is time for you to kind of like call your resources. And if you're still going through this depression, if you're still going and feeling that you are wronged, which you have in your base, that I have noticed the base cards for you, or still you're feeling a little bit uprooted, but I'm seeing your life force is coming back. So this is really good to hear. So Sag, this is this week. Remember, on Sunday their monthly is coming out, because my monthlies are connected to the lunar cycle, and Pisces are starting on Sunday. And also, please again, thank you very much for being a subscriber or for supporting the channel. And if you are not, subscribe, share and like. And thank you very much. Love you and see you soon.